Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Lions under the lights on Sunday night.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend, that's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. Happy Rangers. Happy Rangers. Warriors, 17.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. In motion, the tight end. Hands it off out of the gun. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sharp. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harris. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 6-0 our score after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harris. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Harris. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. Second pirate. 19 right. Mustang 19. 18 right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a first carry for their fullback. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to throw now on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 34 yards. And the Lions are able to move back in front. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Harris throwing on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. On first down, Harris. He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Packers. From 19 yards away. And now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Harris.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw is Harris. To throw on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Harris on 1st and 10. This one left side caught by Berrios. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Isaiah Simmons
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pulled in at the 24. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
it takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now back to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Harris now, off the play fake. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This will be caught at about the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
inside give to Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Harris. And it's a Packers touchdown. Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Harris. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Davis, his 2nd sack of the night. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Harris. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Jameson Williams saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the this season as they add on to their lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Harris. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
That is caught. It's Williams. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught. Jeudy. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. 30 yards. And the Lions start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Harris on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And
That's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the... Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about...